Tuesday. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world and that you are safe and healthy and feeling good. I am a little fired up today because I want to talk about this mental war that is happening. So bear with me because there really is a mental war going on right now. There's a mental war that's being fought right now. And, you may or may not be aware of it because sometimes the mental wars that we fight are a little bit more conscious. They're a little bit more overt and obvious. And sometimes they're a little less obvious and more subtle and happening more on the subconscious level. So we've got like all of those things happening right now. And to a degree, you are filtering all of this information that is out in the world right now through your physical body, through your thoughts, and through your emotions. And so what you're sort of processing is the thoughts of all the other people, the consciousnesses of all the other people, and the energies that are out there in general. So it feels a little overwhelming sometimes, right? And so if you're not aware, if you're really not aware of what's happening, sometimes when you're fighting the mental war, overwhelm is a thing, anxiety is a thing, and it's really important to be in tune with what is yours versus what is not yours. What is you versus what is not you. It's kind of like the immune system. It's like self versus not self. And it's when we're feeling overwhelmed, when we're sort of processing all the things from the other people that are not you, it can feel sometimes like you're out of control, which is not a good way to feel, right? Nobody likes to feel out of control. So before I move on, let me be clear that I'm not saying to not feel your emotions and your feelings and things that come up, because what we feel, how we process our emotions is to feel them fully, right? So I want to make clear that what I'm talking about is a difference between feeling your emotions and being them and being with them versus sort of letting your guard down and allowing the energy of someone else, allowing the energy of something else outside of you to come into your sacred space and manipulate your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, things like that, okay? So I'm gonna say that again. I'm differentiating between, feeling your feelings and being with them and kind of like sitting with your feelings and working on them versus letting your guard down and allowing the energy of something else, someone else outside of you to come into your energetic field and manipulate your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, okay? Because this is happening a lot. And it's really important because this is your domain, right? Your heart, your mind, your chakra pillar of light, your energetic field. This is your sovereign space right here, right? And so you get to say what goes on here. You're the only one that gets to say what goes on here, right? And so you are the queen, you are the king, you're the boss of what happens here. So own that, right? Because this queendom, this kingdom, this area, this sovereign space is yours to command. And you want to command what happens in your space, because if you don't, something else will try to interfere with that, okay? So there's all sorts of interference outside of us that's happening right now. And I've seen this a lot in the energy work that I've done with people in this last week or so. I mean, it's kind of been there, but like, it's at a different level right now, you guys. So whether it is the things from social media that's happening, the things from news media, we've all seen that happening. It's continuing to just like ratchet up to another level. The thoughts and consciousnesses of denser energy, those are the types of things that love to sort of like penetrate your energetic field and mess with you a little bit, right? And so when those things kind of come in, what they're trying to do is distract you and separate you from your light and your truth. And when you get separated from your light and your truth is when you start to feel scared, right? It's when you kind of like don't feel like you're in control or that you have power over yourself and that you're more easily manipulated, okay? So this is the energetic and this is the energetic war and the mental war that's going on right now. So don't fall for it, okay? Don't fall for it because it's not real, and you just have to remember who you truly are and that you have sovereignty over yourself, really. So it's time to, you know, be your light. It's time to speak your truth, and it's time to reclaim your sovereignty. All right. So how do you do that? You might be like, all right, that's all great. What do I do? And there are lots of ways to do this. So I'm just going to run through a couple today to help you. So the first thing is to meditate or find a stillness practice. I talk about this all the time because it really is the foundation of you getting to know yourself, you really reconnecting with yourself, because we need that quiet time. We need that time with yourself. You need that time with yourself. You need that time with the light inside of you, and to reconnect with it and to be aware of your thoughts. Because if you don't know, most of the thoughts that you have on a daily basis, if you're not paying attention, are recycled from the day before. And like 80% of them don't serve your highest and greatest good. So, you know, not winning on that front. So when you make time for meditation and a stillness practice, that is the time that you get to sit with yourself. And that is the time that you get to be the observer of your thoughts. Super important to start there. All right. And then spend time in nature. You know, when we get by large bodies of water, or we get by a lot of trees or a lot of natural plants, there's all these negative ions that are helpful and support the health and well-being of our physical body. So spend time in nature, and then also spend time grounding. All right. So you can look up grounding. I have a grounding meditation if you need to download it. But grounding is so important, either in nature or wherever. You can ground wherever. Even if you're in like the 21st floor in an office building, you can still ground. And grounding is a great way to just kind of reconnect your energy. It helps to realign your energy, and it helps to disperse any excess energy that might be caught in your energetic field. So it's a great practice to do in the morning, right when you get out of bed, right when you, at the end of the day, right when you get back into bed, or just any time throughout the day where you're feeling a little like overwhelmed. Okay. So grounding is really great. Staying hydrated, always a good practice. I have issues with that too, but staying hydrated is really important because our body is mostly water, and electricity has to move through water in a certain way. So if you're dehydrated, it makes it a little bit hard for your energetic field, for the electric side of your body to function as well. All right. And then my next suggestion to sort of cultivate, to help with all of this mental war, is to practice self-compassion. I've said this before, it's a really important practice because before we can extend compassion to somebody else, we really need to have it for ourselves. And, we're in Earth School right now. This is what you came here for. You came here to learn. Like, you knew all the things, you got born, and then you forget all the things, right? It's like the veil of amnesia, as we call it. And so this is a practice to walk through your journey. And, when you think you make a misstep or a mistake, it's just feedback and it's learning. So wherever you are right now, remember to have self-compassion for yourself, because you're always trying to make the best decision for you and what serves you. And, then you get to course correct and do it again. So self-compassion is huge to have. And then the last thing I want to mention about this mental war that's going on is to realize that the things that trigger you in other people are really actually mirroring parts of yourself that are calling out to you to be looked at or to be healed, okay? So this is really hard, and we've had so many triggers this year, right? But really the triggers are there to serve an awakening inside of you, because it's mirroring something inside of you that's calling out to be looked at and wants to be healed also. So it's a humbling experience. It is not fun, but this is really the work that we're here to do, right? As you heal different pieces of yourself, you become stronger on the inside. That's what helps with that inner strength, okay? So those are my suggestions to help with this mental war that we're going through right now. And, you know, it's just going to get a little crazier for the next couple weeks because we're here in the US. The elections are next week, and there's just a lot of, I'm going to call it interference, trying to distract you and separate you from your light and your truth. So hang in there because you got this. Stay in your power, reclaim your light, and step into your sovereignty because this is the time to do that, okay? And so if this conversation was helpful to you, or if you feel that you would benefit from some help or some guidance, I invite you to check out the Sovereign Heart School, which is coming up soon. I am a mentor for the Sovereign Heart School, and it is an energetic and spiritual self-mastery program that I am enrolling people in now. So I invite you to check it out. There's a link in the bio. And so if this conversation, these types of conversations are just a very small piece of that. So I hope this served you. Please check that out and feel free to message me with any questions, and we can set up a call to chat about that and how I can best support you through this time right now, but over the next few months too, because, you know, this is why we're here, you guys. We came here to do this. So I hope you have a great week and stay in your power and know that everything is going to be just great.